Good morning, everyone. This is Anissa Hunter, owner of Anissa's Nana Pudding and more. I'm coming to you guys today to show you how to clean your apples, either before you eat them as well as before you make taffy apples, because we know that apples have a lot of wax on them that they put on the apples to make them look nice and pretty and shiny, for us to purchase them in the grocery store. Because if they keep them as is, when they pick them, they don't look as tempting to buy. So they add a lot of wax to them to make them nice, pretty, and shiny. These apples right here, I've already cleaned them, so they're starting to turn to its natural color. That's why they're a little different than this apple. This apple I have not cleaned, so you see the difference in the two. So let me just show you guys how to clean your apples. And this is really a must, especially before you make your taffy apples. Because if you don't clean them properly, then all of that caramel or chocolate, whatever you put on it, it'll begin to slide right off the apple because you haven't cleaned them and gotten all that wax off of them. So let's get to it. Let me show you guys how to clean them. So all you want to do, you want to get a pot and fill it with boiling water. Mine has gotten a little low because I actually was doing a bunch of things and I kind of left it on longer than I needed to. But you want to wait till your water is boiling. And then you want to take your apple, take the stem off the apple, and then just place it in the water and count to 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. And then you want to take it out. And like I said, I would have more water in here, but yeah, I let too much of my water boil out. And I've already done the ones that I need. I'm just doing this one as an example for you guys because I thought to do a video after. So you take your apple, and then what you want to do is you want to take a clean cloth, take your apple, and I normally will be doing this with two hands, but I'm trying to hold the camera, and you want to really wipe it really good to get that excess wax off. And you'll see the wax because it'll be like a little white. But you just want to rub the whole apple really good for a couple of seconds to get that extra wax off that started to come off in the boiling water. And then, like I said, you see how those other apples that I've had sitting for a while, they're not as shiny as this one. This one will start getting a little dull looking, just like the other ones after a while, because we've taken off that wax. Yeah, and that's how you do your apples in terms of cleaning them. And so a lot of times I know people like to let them sit for like a day. You could put them in the refrigerator, let them sit so like the remaining sap and all that good stuff can, well, I should say bad stuff, can start coming off the apple. And then it'll be a lot healthier to eat. A lot healthier to eat without all that wax on there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And the reason why I want to add this, the reason why you want to put them in the water for only 30 seconds, because if you leave them in there longer, you're going to be making apple pie instead of taffy apples, because the water is going to cook your apple and you don't want that. So a good 30 seconds is sufficient. And normally I make like about 5 of them at a time in the boiling water, depending on the size pot I have. You don't want to put too many in there at a time. Like, you don't want to dump 20 apples in there in a big pot at one time, because you're going to have some that are going to be in there way too long and they're going to get mushy on the inside. So you don't want to do that. So just maybe do 4 or 5 at a time, count to 30 from the time that you drop your first apple. Go ahead and count to 30, take them out, and like I said, get you a nice clean towel, and then just rub them really good to get that excess wax off of them. And then yeah, this is what they look like. See, this one has a little bit of that wax. I need to wipe in there a little bit more, but I was doing that one with one hand to hold the camera. But like I said, you could definitely see the difference in the ones that I've boiled, as opposed to how they come looking in a bag. So yeah, a lot of people let them sit overnight or for like 1 or 2 days, and then they'll eat them, or they'll begin to dip them. I don't wait 1 or 2 days. I find that once I do this process, I give them like a good 30 minutes to an hour, and then I go ahead and I dip them, and they're just fine. And if you want, once you dip them and you add your nuts, you can go ahead and set them on parchment paper. What I do is I put like spray a little oil on my parchment paper, and then I place my dipped apples on it, so that way that caramel, it won't stick to the parchment paper. And then you can definitely, once you wrap them and everything, you can stick them in the refrigerator, for that added freshness. And that is how you clean your apples. And again, this is a great way to do them, even if you're not dipping apples, just to clean them for consumption. Get all that wax out so it's not going in our bodies. So wanted to share this video with you guys. I was making apples for someone, and I wanted to just do a quick video to show you how it's done. But it's really that simple.